Good morning, brothers and sisters and fellow Nigerians. Thank you that the election in River State is over. Yeah, it might not be 100% satisfactory, but at least, devil has been defeated. Who is the devil is wickedly drunk. I did not agree with Asari Dokubon. I never liked him because he's always using people for his own violent activities. I preach law because I believe in law, not because I don't have the capacity, to do what, Asari Dokubon would do. I have more capacity than him, but I'm not a man of violence. I follow my mentor, who is Luther King Jr., right? I believe in, not violence in anything I do, not because I can be violent, because nobody had the monopoly to violence. So when Asari Dokubon said the failed Inspector Police and the failed military we have, we are using helicopter to rove his house and his compound, that he has the means to drop there. So one.
Our people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As we are talking, weekends, soldiers, weekends, police, whoever, have been flying over my house and my compound in the last 30 minutes with 2 helicopter gun trips. I have the capacity to contain them.
To ask Asari Dokubon, do you have your own military wing in Nigeria? I thought Nigeria was a sovereignty. I thought, before anybody can say, I have the men, I have the soldiers, it means that we have 2 governments in Nigeria, because do not forget, Asari Dokubon has paraded military and his own soldiers at a time. Asari Dokubon has also boasted that, he has his men defending some of, part of this country, and some of the men had died. And no government had asked him, who are those men that died? And no investigation have been able to be conducted to see if Asari Dokubon was saying the truth or was lying. So one would not imagine, do we really have government in Nigeria? Or we are becoming a banana republic where anything will go? If we have government in Nigeria, why would any judge in his own wisdom say that the INEC should not monitor the election in River State, and the police should also stay away from monitoring the election or protecting the right of citizens or their property? I mean, that is a chaos, and that's where we find ourselves in Nigeria. But I've been talking, no one is listening. Anyway, this wasn't my broadcast. I thought of these things and then to add it to my broadcast. Today, I am going to be talking about the customs and excise. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about the banking system we have in Nigeria. Now, every institution in Nigeria is fraud and fraudulent. Why would a custom officer be in my place in Oluku, exactly in Benin, this town of Benin, and ask people to park and show to driver license registration? That's what the law said universally. That's what it said. You cannot register your car and still have the customer. So either the head of custom is stupid or mad. That is why they still do this nonsense. Because for me, I have the time to talk to custom officer on my way to Lagos to Benin. When I get to local, they say, well, I say, are you mad? Why are you asking my people? I'm already in my town, my Benin. He said, well, we do this, sir, because some custom officer had compromised. If a custom officer compromised, how does that affect me? You fire the custom officer. 99% of the custom we have, they are tips. 99%. The 1%, I exclude you. So you cannot think, am I one of the 99? That's your prerogative. Now, I am calling on the minister who is in charge of the customs, that when we pay our duties, it doesn't have to go to the pockets of the customs. It needs to go to the pockets of the government. All right? And we need to investigate custom officers, how they make money, how they buy their property, how they pay their taxes, because a lot of custom officers are thieves. And even when they discover some contraband, they seize up contraband, they resell it again to the market. And that's why you have drugs everywhere, because it is not that we don't intercept drugs coming from abroad, but the drug is intercepted, but the drug is redistributed by the customs officer. So the customs officer are the highest drug law and the highest campaign in this country. And not only that, why should we are a country that don't even produce anything, we don't manufacture anything, we don't even do toothpick, we don't even do candle, as easy as it is. We depend on export. Why are we paying so much tariff? so much, money to clear consignment. It discourages the foreign investment. It discourages the local investment because nobody wants to go into business anymore. Because when you are doing business, if you cannot claim your things import, you forfeit it to customs and their family. And that's why those who are in Europe, those who are in Canada, those who are in America, those who are in North America, those who are in Asia, they have refused to bring things home. Somebody tell me, why are you always moving around when you do your videos? I said, it's the extension of Nigeria. Because, 90% of Nigerians are not normal people. We are not normal. Either it's not the police force abusing us, it will be the law court, it will be the judges or the prosecutor or those who have entrusted with that or the government. They are abusing, and that abuse have also affected me. And that's why when I talk, people think I talk in rage. People talk things I am upset or I am mad. But let us really evaluate the issue. Who can be normal in this country? Who can just taste tea without demonstrating, talking in hands and all that? So I want to beg the Nigerian Customs Director that from today henceforth, I want you to take all the customs away from our local streets. So, okay? And just taste tea without demonstrating, talking in hands and all that. So I want to beg the Nigerian Customs Director that from today henceforth, I want you to take all the customs away from our local streets. So, okay, put the customs in the border, where you have border. That's where customs stay in any responsible country. Because Nigerians have come to realize that you don't respect love, you respect violence. But nobody had the monopoly to violence. I am tired of people exploiting my people in Benin, in Delta. Those who are traveling by the road, you are confiscating their thing in the name of custom and SSI. I'm going to invoke the same section that Wike has to threatening Nigeria authority that if anybody fly plane through his house, that he has the capacity to bring the plane down. The video I will attach to it. And let me also tell you that if this preaching of my love ceases not to exist and you're not accepting it, I probably will try some of that method. And that method, I got so many followers. It will not be very friendly method. And I'm not saying that because it's a threat. I will use a method of protest that NSC has never seen before. I'm not going to use violence, but I'm going to gather people who believe in my ideology. And then we march and march. It will be the mother of all protests until Nigeria seems to respect our right or until Nigeria seems to know their right. I am going to be that man, the advocate of the masses, who is going to ensure that in Nigeria know their right. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to be tired because a lot of you want me to quit this public space so you can be business as usual. Thank you and share the video.